When memories refuse to fade. Have you ever wondered? What happens when the people we love never really leave? Not because they're still alive, but because our phones refuse to let them disappear. A birthday notification appears. An old text message resurfaces. A social media app reminds you of a photo taken years ago. For just a moment, it feels as if they reached out again. Our generation is entering a world no generation before us has ever experienced. Even after someone has passed away, their digital life can continue to exist. Their photo remains. Their messages stay unread. Their voice recordings wait to be played. Sometimes, an algorithm quietly places them back into our day when we weren't expecting it. It can feel unsettling, almost as if grief is no longer allowed to rest, or as if the people we've lost continue to live beside us through technology. Some wonder, will our children spend their lives constantly haunted by digital reminders of us? Will they ever truly move on? But perhaps this isn't as new as it feels, because the truth is, we've always remembered the people we love, just in different ways. Every year, holidays quietly bring certain people back into our hearts. A family Christmas dinner may remind us of the grandfather who always carved the turkey. Family gatherings often leave an empty chair that everyone notices, even without mentioning it. Even ordinary daily rituals can awaken memories. Making coffee the same way your mother taught you. Watering the garden your father planted. Taking the same evening walk you once shared with someone special. None of these reminders were created by technology. They happened naturally. Long before smartphones, long before the internet, people intentionally kept memories alive. A worn wristwatch that once belonged to a father. A grandmother's recipe book stained by decades of cooking. An old blanket folded carefully away because it still feels like home. People returned to fishing lakes where they once laughed together. They visited favorite parks. They watched sunsets from familiar hillsides. Sometimes they cooked a favorite bowl of soup because its taste brought someone back into the room. If only for a moment. Sometimes a single scent, fresh baked bread, old perfume, or the smell of rain. They could reopen an entire chapter of life. These weren't interruptions. They were reminders that love had existed. Technology hasn't invented remembrance. It has simply changed its form. For many of us, digital memories feel unfamiliar, perhaps even intrusive. But younger generations are growing up with them the same way previous generations grew up, with photo albums on bookshelves. To them, finding an old voice message may feel as natural as discovering a handwritten letter once felt. consider something else. Many older adults still prefer writing with a pencil because that's how they learn to communicate. Many young people think faster by typing on a keyboard or phone. Neither way is wrong. It's simply what each generation grows up with. Digital memories may become much the same. Not strange, not haunting, simply normal. If you're worried that leaving behind photos, videos, messages, or recordings will become a burden for your children, perhaps it won't. Perhaps they will experience them the way previous generations experienced family heirlooms, favorite recipes, old songs, and familiar places, not as chains that keep them trapped in grief, but as gentle reminders that someone they loved once walked beside them. And perhaps that's the comforting thought. The reminders themselves were never the problem. Whether they come from an old jacket hanging in a closet, the smell of your mother's cooking, or a notification showing a photograph from 10 years ago, they all serve the same purpose. They quietly whisper, you loved someone, and they loved you. Once we understand that, technology no longer feels like it's trapping us inside mourning. It simply becomes another way that memories continue to live. And maybe that has always been what being human is about.